It's been a minute since we've been here, so still just trying to work a few things out here. Sorry about that. How's everybody doing? All of us are thinking about Cannes right now that are going to be going. So I am Doug Zanger, founder, editor-in-chief, Indie Agency News. Our brief is very simple: build the global home for independent agencies. Our mission: serve independent agencies and the brilliant people behind them. Our goal is more visibility for indies and more choice for marketers. We are, this time last year, at about 80 some members. Now we're over 250. So thank you to everybody for supporting this mission. And we are mission-based, editorially driven, but our whole thing is serving our members. We don't care where you get visibility as long as you get it. We have a few things going. Indie Spin. That's where we keep you up to date on what our members are up to. So we get those up not every day, but close to every day. But yeah, you can just take a look and see what we got going here. And this is a chance. Listen, we're all busy, but this is a chance to see what our members are up to. We got Davis and Gilbert there, Zambezi, Ardmore from Belfast, John Keane. Thank you for the support. They are, in addition to Zambezi Worldwide Partners, members as well. So yeah, so there's that. Next one is we have 4 awards per year. The one we have currently right now is our People and Agency Award. We're going to talk more about this. We're going to be reaching out to everybody on this sooner than later. Weirdos, misfits, and underdogs. That's what we are. Therefore, we are going to go heavy on this. Another big bit of news, we're going to be welcoming our first preferred partner into the mix. But everything points to Cannes. Yep. We're going to also have a live blog there. So the Action Tracker is a live blog. But we'll have one specifically for Cannes as well. So we just try to be as live as humanly possible. What we like to say is our stuff is alive, not necessarily just live. But live from Cologne, and I did spell it properly.
You did.
Gordon, yes. Home of your football team is not in the Bundesliga at the moment. They're in Bundesliga 2.
Yeah, you're right.
Zwei.
You're right. What a shame.
Sure. Also the home of one, and I'm wearing an Arsenal hat, one of Arsenal's most underappreciated strikers, Lucas Podolski.
Right. King of Cologne.
Yeah, so he did great in Cologne, not so great in North London. But
yeah,
he had his moments. I always liked him. So there you go. You weren't expecting that from me today, were you, Ann-Kathrin?
I wasn't. I really wasn't.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's good. Cathedral there's beautiful. Like, it's a beautiful city. It's a great city.
It's great. Especially if I lean out of my flat a tiny bit, I can see the cathedral. So
there you go. Yeah. Yeah, everybody, a lot of people go to Berlin, fun, Munich, fun. Hamburg is where my German side of the family is. But sometimes people forget that Cologne is a beautiful place to visit. So add it to your list.
Please do. Please do.
Also adding to the list here is what we're talking about today. And it is Cannes work that has been entered. We were going to have LG2 from Montreal joining us today, but unfortunately they had to bow out last minute. Totally get it. Listen, if you got a client thing, I get it. If you got something you got to do, great. However, you and I are going to watch a couple of case studies so that we can just take a look at that work from LG2 as well. But for you, I want to start with this. This is hold on. I got to get to the right place here, because all right, we're going to get in here, because what we are going to be talking about, and I loved when this came out. Rainbow wool.
Yes, sir.
Fashion statement from the wool of gay sheep. Now let's now hold on. There's a million ways we can go with this, but I just want to understand what the brief was on this. Just give us the overview of this whole thing.
Yeah, once upon a time,
Yeah.
a good friend of ours, a great colleague of ours, talked to one of her friends, which happened to be Michael, owner of the Schäferei, the sheep farm, Stücke. And they were just talking in general about the struggles that the wool industry is currently facing. Like you have falling prices, escalating costs. There are super strict regulations in the EU. It's all going unprofitable and undervalued, actually. And he basically approached us and asked for a little help, and we wanted to help him out.
Right.
What was especially interesting, of course, is that Michael and his husband, you heard me right, his husband, they are not just facing like the wool struggles in general, but also the struggles of gay farmers in Germany. Like there are so many prejudices towards them, both as farmers and as members of the LGBTQ plus community and members of the Gay Farmers Association. So he was kind of struggling, like, what can we do with the whole wool prices? Maybe push the industry again, maybe pushing the job as a farmer once again.
Yeah.
And during this conversation, he dropped this little nugget of information and said, I know, sheep are gay too. And you can imagine, like, all of our creatives alarm bells went off. Well, we were like, wait, what? What? Sheep are gay too. Okay. And actually, it's quite the problem in the industry because they, as they are more interested in the other males, they don't feel like breeding, and they're sent to the slaughter. So
okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
So yeah, as I mentioned, all creators' alarm bells went off, and we were like, okay, we have to do something with that. Especially he's asking for our help, and he has this amazing bit of an information, of a fun fact. And sometimes if you have a great insight like that, your idea can be as simple as can be. We have gay sheep, they give us gay wool, let's fucking go. And that's how it came to life.
That's the spirit. That's what I like to hear. I love that. Let's fucking go. I love that. And then you can adopt one, which is great. Oh my God. And then let's go here because so this is the largest queer NGO in Germany. So talk a little bit about where the funds go to, and we'll take a look at the shop a little bit.
Yeah. For us, of course, it was super important, and that was the fun bit about the project. Actually, it started out so personally, and so not necessarily small, but personal. And then it grew bigger and bigger because obviously there is like this global issue still for people who can't love who they want to love as freely as others of us can do. And there are still countries where same-sex relationships are outlawed, and some even put the death penalty on it. So there is incredibly a lot of work to do. But there are 1,500 species who have been seen to have same-sex relationships and engage in same-sex relationships. So it's actually the proof that it's so natural as can be, So we set out not just to establish like a new revenue system with the shop and using the wool, but we actually also wanted to advocate for the gay sheep and on a broader spectrum, of course, support the community. And especially for a case like that, where many people go like, what the fuck did I just hear? You're talking about gay sheep to me. You need to be so backed up with like the correct information and the correct people. And we said, guys, let's go big or go home. Let's get the biggest like get the biggest German like group, like the biggest organization that advocates for the community. Let's get them on board. And yeah, we actually managed to get all the revenue from the sales, like from the hats and the patches and the laces. All of that goes to the
Sold.
LSVD Plus, and supports projects for the community in Germany and all around the world.
Oh my God, this is so great because it's just then you get the specific colors. This is so good. So, boy, all right. So the laces.
Yeah. Amazing packaging design, right? I think it's so cool.
Yeah. Here's the thing is the thing that I appreciated. So I came up as a copywriter myself. And so
how nice.
Well, you should have seen some of the shit I did before. It wasn't great. But we all had that. But here's what really struck me, and it was the same thing. I think this is something that, especially with creatives in general, but specifically with copywriters, when you're working with a client, all of this is kind of a word or like a word problem, but then you hear that one thing that makes you stop. And in your case, it was sheep are gay too. And then you go, oh? So
yeah.
I mean, and the thing is that starts building out the simplicity of this. Right. And so this, as I was looking at this before we got on, I just like, this is so easy to love, number one. But the other part is just, it's so simple, and it doesn't need to do more than it does, right? Because sometimes there are times when clients want us to overwrite, and I think we all know that. So, so kudos. I mean, this is just great. And then
thank you.
where's Stücke?
Like the farm is in Löhne, which is a super tiny village.
Well, yeah.
And we actually visited. Like, we're not just the ad people talking about it, but we actually went there. Oh gosh, and it's super nice. And everybody loves Michael. And Michael and his husband, they're like the sweetest people you'll ever meet.
We're gonna do this in German now.
And it was so crazy because like it feels made up if you even say, oh yeah, first of all, we have the gay sheep, and you know what, their farmer is a member of the Gay Farmers Association as well. He's also gay. He's doing all that with his husband. And like, I mean, I understand why people raise eyebrows when you tell them that first, especially if you're in a awardee context, because we all know those goal ideas that are crafted to the max and where you're not always sure what is right and what is wrong. But in that case, we were so incredibly lucky and had so many amazing people do so much amazing work that all of that is legit. And I went there and I met everyone, and everyone's real.
I love it. So results. What kind of results have we seen on this?
Oh my God. That's actually so crazy in general, because we have so much positive feedback. Like, if you go in with an idea like that, we all knew, okay, it can go either way. People can either love it or they can hate it. And luckily, most of them loved it. Like, there was the hate we anticipated, unfortunately, for those who don't know about the community and who have their whatever reasons to be opponent of that one. But we anticipated that, and it came, but it wasn't that big. We had a little bit of hurdle with some farming people, because some of them were like, now you're telling people again that we are sending gay sheep to the slaughterhouses. Like, what's up with you guys? But also that went away as well, because if you just keep talking to people and explain stuff to people, most of them eventually get on your side, especially if it's in an idea that is as pure and as simple as this one. So yeah. But apart from those, like maybe softer results, I mean, there have been great cash results and media results as well. Like
cash money.
Yeah, you're right. We had over billion impressions. 20 million, I think, in earned media. We reached 33 countries. Like we were all over the news, TV, podcasts. Talking now to you.
I'm not that. No, I'm low on that.
Still, we're talking.
I know.
We're sharing.
We are sharing.
Like we had so much social engagement with a relatively low media budget, just because the idea sort of hit the zeitgeist and sort of hit the people in the right moment at the right time. And but of course, aside from that, we did what we initially wanted to do. Is that we helped out Michael. Like we have a revenue stream for him.
I love that.
Keeps on working. He should be good for the next years.
Good. I love that.
Yeah. And that's like coming back to what was the initial brief or the initial spark that caused all of that. And that was Michael and his ask for our help. And that's nice if you can like tick all those cool ad boxes, but if you can like tick the box of helping someone actually out, that is always the nicest, of course.
And you being German, working the word zeitgeist in. All right, so I get that.
You liked it?
I don't want to get into a lecture about compound words. So So what's the longest compound word that like an American would think would be really funny?
Oh my God.
Like a German word, because I mean, in Japanese, orange juice is orange juice.
Oh, that's nice. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, there's usually like really long one that an American just cannot handle unless they took German classes.
Oh my God. You're getting me on the wrong foot now.
And that's okay. That's all right. If you don't have it, it's fine. That's fine too. We can discuss this in CAN and follow up.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll give you one at the end of our talk or in CAN.
Yeah, that's fine. I do want to look at a couple from LG too.
Yes.
So we're going to look at the first one, Fondation Saint-Justine Orange.
French.
I think this is in English. So let's take a look at it.
Grandma?
Hi, sweetie. How did your checkup go?
Well, they said my tumor is like a little orange in my head. Grandma?
Yes, sweetie.
The doctor says that if I want, we can take out the orange.
Yes?
And I was thinking, since you love oranges, do you want to have it?
Oh, yes, please. Can I speak with your mom?
She says she'll call you later, because right now she can't stop crying. We can't always choose the way or the moments that we go. Doubts can't always fly away, and life is so fragile. We walk on air or on fire. Depends on what fate has in store. We all stay just as fragile. So I step on each other more, because life is so fragile.
Sweetie, how did your operation go?
Because life is so fragile.
Oh, wow.
You didn't warn me about that one.
I know. Sorry. Really good, right?
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, so this was a 3-minute spot for CHU Saint-Justine. It's a foundation in Quebec. And so it was meant to be a fundraising film. 3 minutes. And the the thing about this was, think about a 3-minute ad on TV. Doesn't exist. But somehow LG2 and its media partner, I have to see, let's see. There was somebody, media partner Jungle, secured nearly 30 3-minute TV placements.
That's crazy.
30.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and this type of stuff can be sometimes it can feel it's challenging because you want to balance like the good of all of this. You want to balance the seriousness of it as well.
Yeah.
But there are sometimes when it can feel like it's too much. This, I think, struck the balance in a lot of ways.
It did. It totally did, because it was just well done. Like, like the craft in the visuals is amazing. The inside, again, as simple as can be. I have an orange inside my head.
Yeah.
And you carry this picture and you carry this inside with all its toughness and all its delicateness, and they managed to pull it through the whole 3 minutes basically without
Right.
it feeling overdone or like just, oh, here's the next tearjerker, like they did
Right.
they did it very well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I will ask them because this again, this was about fundraising. So yeah, I'm curious, and it's entered into several categories.
Mhm.
And what we'll do is we're going to put the other two that LG2 sent over our way. We'll put that up in our recap here, and then of course we'll have our conversation, and all of the rainbow wool work as well. Did you come up with a word yet?
No.
No, it's
So
fine.
let's try.
But
Zeitgeist Regenbogen Case.
Zeitgeist Boden, what?
Zeitgeist Rainbow Case, which is
Oh, yeah, exactly. Okay, that
that's the
works.
beauty of it. Stick everything together and you're good to go.
Yeah. All right, that works. Works for me. What are you looking forward to in Cannes? Outside of the
Oh my
awards,
God.
like the fun stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you said it, the fun stuff, right? Like, I
Yeah.
think I was there last year for the very first time, and oh my God, it's all one of a kind. Like, you get there and the spirit is immediately there. You like, I landed in Nice, and you were already spotting the people, like, oh, I know where you're going.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
like the ad people always have this little bit of a flair around them, like, I know where you're going. And then you meet them in the cabs, in the
Right.
trains,
Right.
or everyone's going to Cannes. And then you're there and the beaches are full, and everyone is in such a good mood. And of course it's a competition. We're all there to win something,
Right.
hopefully. But it's also just it's a big celebration of our branch and of our industry. And it's so cool to see everyone getting there and everyone having a good time, and no matter where you're from. And in the end, you'll meet everyone with a rosé in their hands and having a good time, celebrating.
Very expensive rosé. Yeah.
Yeah, celebrating that we're all just thinking of cool stuff. Hopefully
Yeah, it is.
making people happy or feel something, or trying in our weird little ways to make the world a teeny tiny bit better.
I love that. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to the whole circus. I'm super excited.
The circus is a good way to put it, and I'm looking forward to the villa again, the Serviceplan Villa. So yeah, Ann-Kathrin, thank you so much for joining us from Serviceplan in Köln. Stay there. Don't go away. It's not a Zoom call. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in France soon.
Sure.
See you. All right, everybody. Yeah, sorry, I got us a little emotional there. Yeah, you're right, JK. LG, I should have warned her. I didn't. That's okay. That's okay. Can't wait to see how all of this does. But a reminder that we will be in Cannes. We will have a live blog on that. We'll have tons of coverage as well. For those of you who have reached out, we're working on getting back to you. There were a lot of you, and that's a good problem to have. But we're going to have a great time, and we're going to be celebrating all of the indie wins, all of the indie shortlists, everything indie all the time. More to come. Kyle and I will actually be there early because we are at a certain age, and so it takes us longer to recover from those trips. I mean, it's true, and I'm coming from the West Coast. It's not that easy. But we're gonna have a great time. On behalf of everybody at Indie Agency News, including my friends Kyle O'Brien and Jess Ferris and Doug Zanger, thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.